All right, all right. Sorry, switching things over. Can you hear me? Hopefully someone in chat's able to say, yes, you can hear me. Anyone? What just happened with my stream? Okay, it looks like we're going. I see a few people watching. Can you hear me? Someone thumbs up, yes? All right, I'm gonna assume yes. I'm using a different setup than I normally use due to, yeah, I'm doing VR tonight. Super excited. I'm using a different machine. Everything's different. I hope it's all going to work and nothing's going to get mad at me and it'll just work. So, actually, it's okay. I can fix it. All right. Well, as I was saying, super excited. Tonight's VR night. I'm using Unity. I'm kind of sad my scenes don't work. Like I said, new stream, trying new things out, so it doesn't shock me things aren't going to quite work the way they should. New camera placements, but super excited. Tonight I'm working on a small game that I built a while ago. I built it for an iPad and it was cool, but it was just a little puzzle game. And it was something just yeah, I like little puzzle games. I'd like to get better at building puzzle games. So I'm working on a new one, and I figured VR is like the perfect medium for this thing. Let me jump over to it. It's in Unity. I've got a couple different versions of this scene. I'm going to make sure that it's working, and I think you guys will be able to see what's going on. Let's jump over to, let's switch scenes to the VR scene. I'm building it both in VR and non-VR, so I should be able to send it to mobile. And also, I'm hoping that I should be able to just like toy with it a bit as well. And it's easier to build when I'm not in VR, of course. Because jumping between VR is awkward. Where's this at? Scenes. Ah, here we go. All right, let's switch over to the VR one. And I'm using an HTC Vive Pro. It is in the wireless kit, but I'm actually having it plugged in anyway, just for battery power, because nothing's worse when deving than your battery pack dying on you. So, it's working. I'm inside the house, so it's not quite working. Um, Let me see if my keys are still working. No, something just, there's a wall there. All right, we're gonna need to get some stuff working because that's not quite right. It's totally in the wrong position, but people are there. Woo, he flew away. All right, let's work on repositioning this thing because I'm not in the center of my play space. I'm actually very far from the center of my space. So let's look at how to redirect this. Let me actually jump into Unity. Things I like about Unity is I can actually just find the world, and from the world I can just slide it back. So let's grab the, ooh, not everything. Let's just move the play world. And let's see if we can move it out of the way. Right now it's position, it's C. Let's put it at like 100. Oh, too far, way too far. Let's put it like 50. 50, all right, that's better. I can actually see it. You guys can see it now, hopefully, too. Um, so what this game is it's a puzzle game, and we have to figure out who lives in what house, and what animals, and all that nonsense. And we lost our giraffe. I threw him somewhere, and I can't find him. So we have a couple different things that we need to build to make sure these work. So why is the penguin floating? Okay, penguin we haven't added gravity yet, so we need to add gravity to penguin. The autocorrectings work, but I did an autocorrecting script on them, so if I throw them, they'll always land right. And I need to be able to scale this thing, so let's work on some magic to fix this. Alright, good. Got something to work on. Alright, so while we're in there, set the headset down. Let's go over, and I thought I did something to that to reset the playground space, so that way I can click the two keypads on here and make it fix itself, reorient it, because no one wants it off to the middle of nowhere. Actually, let me show you one other thing. If I go back to the other scene, the neighborhood scene, and hopefully someone watching you can say you can hear me okay. I'm worried about, I'm using a different mic than I normally use when I stream. It's all new. So hopefully it works. All right, if I run it in non-VR, non-VR, it's still actually using the VR camera. It should not do that. But we see how we have rules here. It tells us the rules about who goes where, so it helps us figure out what we're supposed to do. I need to build that for VR. So this guy has to live in the far right house, Elvis does. The penguin and the girl are not neighbors. The penguin and the giraffe are not neighbors. Or no, they don't live in the same house, and this guy lives to the left of her. So we know he has to live here, she lives here, and Elvis lives there. Then we can figure out their pets from there. So it's kind of fun little puzzle game. Let's see if we can fix the VR movement stuff. I thought I threw something on that playground. Let me go look at some scripts. Let's look at some code. Scripts. I thought I have the drag and drop stuff. Maybe I didn't implement that yet. Totally thought I did a reset. Let's look at the puzzle generator. It wouldn't be in here. Puzzle, spawn houses. So yeah, that's all putting it based off of the parent. Maybe we haven't done any VR. I could have sworn I did. Alright, let's figure this out then. That's sad, that's not where I wanted to start tonight. Actually, I'll just move the house back a bit, and then we don't have to start there, because it's really not where I want to be tonight. Alright, so we're not in debug mode. I can say the play area is already at -80. Alright, so I definitely have something there to help fix it. Oh, that's a totally different script. Let's look through my code and see if I can find out where I'm resetting this location. Oh, good. Thanks, Sushi. Thanks for telling me it sounds good. I'm using it's weird setup, and I don't have headphones, and I have no music. It's sad. And all my screens are in the wrong order, so if I ignore you, I'm really sorry. I'll do my best to pay attention. All right, so what we're looking for is inside of here, I have something to reset the UI. That's for building the puzzle UI. What scripts? Let's see what scripts are in play. So inside we have an audio manager, not that. On the playground, there's the puzzle generator. Uh-oh. UPS is beeping at me. Hold on, fixing UPS, it doesn't look good. Those ones weren't plugged into there. All right. Let's look at, so it must have been in the puzzle generator. I was there and didn't see it. All right. The puzzle generator, something's resetting the puzzle location, and I thought I had something in there. Maybe it's the VR pawn. Not pawn. Pawn's Unity, or Unreal. I bounce between the two and I can't remember. That's right, we get to hear a computer reboot because that freaked out. So inside of, I did a prefab. I have a prefab of a VR origin. Is it this guy who has it? No. Darn it, now I can't remember how I did this. Alright, well, I need to find something that resets the play area. So let's search in my code for play area. Let's see if we can find this. I'm not very good at VR, or game programming in general, so this is all fun. If you have suggestions on how I can do things better, please let me know. Why is my caps lock off? Play area. If play area is not null, scale. Okay, that sets the scale of the play area. That's good. Right, that's right. Okay, that's definitely not it then. Let's go back. In the play area, do I search for the play area or do I pass that in? I pass the play area in as an object. The play area, the playground gets the play area, okay, gets the houses and the house prefabs. Notice every time we run it, the houses are going to be different. I randomly generate this maps. The maps and the puzzle pieces, all that stuff's all right. The puzzles were generated ahead of time as well, but I want to find what's resetting that. Let's look at the pickup. Oh, I remember. I think I remember. Let's look up pickup piece. Pickup piece. Okay, now that's just for picking them up. Find all references of this guy. I don't have to do anything with that because all of that's taken care of by Controller Manager. Am I using it? Hey, thanks for following, Stifler. Lana Lux, you're raiding me! Oh no, there's gonna be too many people and I don't know what I'm doing, so this is bad. I am like horrible at VR programming and Unity programming, so Phantasm, thanks for the follow. Let me take a step back and show you what we're building really quick. We're building a game in VR. We're building, my controllers are turning off. We're building a little puzzle game. So we have a puzzle game, and you can see the UI here. This is the 2D version. I'm doing a 2D and a multiple version ones. Yes, yes, definitely. I would love help if you guys know how to tell me what I'm doing, because I have no idea. I code all day, but not VR or stuff. So yes, this is a puzzle game. So what happens are we have the different puzzle pieces. We have 3 people and 3, at this level, you have 3 people and 3 animals. Hey, Exocrite, thanks for following. And what happens is you get a set of rules telling you where everybody has to go. And I've done this on an iPad and it works really well, and so I have a lot of the logic already done. Wow, thank you, Crazy Rabbit. So many follows. So many people here. This is the most people I've ever had on my stream. You're amazing. All right. So the rules, though, on the right, you'll see how it shows like Elvis has to live in the far right house. Thanks, Phantasm, for the follow. And the boy has to live on the left side of the girl. The penguin and the girl cannot be neighbors. And the Elvis and the giraffe do not live in the same house. So we've got lots of little crazy rules, and so you have to figure out who lives where. Well, it's pretty easy to figure out then. The boy lives in the far left, the girl lives in the middle one, and Elvis lives in the right, and then you figure out the pets based off the rules you have. All right, and so what I'm working on right now, I have it to where, hey Moondoggy, thanks for the follow. What I have right now, yes, Elvis is back. I don't have him animated yet. Only the girl has animation, because why not? All right, so let me switch to the VR scene. The VR scene, I can actually interact with them with my VR controllers. And so, jumping in and out, well, if we run this now, I need to add I have some code that resets my play area based on where I'm at, and I was trying to find where that's at. But what pet does Elvis have? If you don't know, we've got to figure it out. So we know he doesn't, if we go look at those rules again, I bet I could tell you. If Elvis doesn't have the giraffe, let's run it. There's no rules in VR yet. I have to make the rules. I think I'm going to make like a handheld thing that you hold that shows you a list of the rules. And eventually you have to have like a check button that runs and tells you if you're right. So if the penguin and the girl are not neighbors, this is actually a really tricky rule. All right, so Elvis has a cat. The way I know that is the girl lives in the middle. And if the girl lives in the middle and she can't have the penguin as a neighbor, that means the penguin can't live in the left or right house. The penguin has to live in the middle house. And if the giraffe can't live with Elvis, he has to live on the far side, and so Elvis has a cat. I didn't make the rules. I kind of did. It was all randomly generated, though. So Elvis has a cat, and the boy has a giraffe, and the girl has a penguin. So let's jump in and start making some of this stuff work. So by default, I need to reset my play area. I totally thought I had this working. All right, so jump into my VR stuff. I'm trying to find the right code. I had something to where if I push the two things, it'll reset the level. Because when I'm setting right here, you can't pet them, but you can pick them up and throw them. You can totally throw the animals. And let me reset my play area first, because that's wrong. Scene. Set the Z to 50, and now we'll be able to see what's going on. All right. Oh, did I go the wrong way? Uh-oh. I lost my house. Lost them all. Oh, I think I moved the wrong thing 50. Let's try that again. All right. So I want to make it to where we can reset it first, so that way everything goes back to where we want it. So there's a Steam API to reset the play area. That's a little funky because it depends on if you're doing Oculus or Vive. Oculus, you can reset the play area. The bounds aren't set every time. the Vive remembers everything. So the orientation, everything, nothing changes. To reset it in Steam, it's actually a really pain. You have to redraw things out to even change the direction. What I want to do is I don't want to reset my play area every time. I want to move that to be in front of you. So, and I'm almost positive I had that code written. Okay, so let's set this one to be 50. And that will move the house back in front of us. All right, so as I was saying, you can pick the guys up, and I've done some simple animation rotation. So if you throw, oh, I dropped Elvis. Bye, Elvis. And I need to put some bounds, but if you throw them, they'll land. And we don't have gravity on the penguin. Let's fix that. Penguin should have gravity. I don't know why the penguin can fly. We all know penguins can't fly. Let me jump into my resources. I have a couple of interesting things I've done. Now that I have a bunch of experts on here to tell me what I'm doing wrong, this would be great. So for my puzzle generations, I love extension methods. It's part of the way I code in C#. And so I have a lot of my stuff separated out. As I mentioned, the logic part of this is all C#, and so it works for my iOS app, which was really cool. So everything in this folder is all cross-platform. It runs on iOS, except for the extensions. These extensions are Unity-specific ones, but the rest of it, everything else is cross-platform and runs everywhere. And so I have these objects, so for like a puzzle piece. And how do I know what puzzle piece to render? I manually created a dictionary for resources. So if I put all my puzzle pieces in the dictionaries, I can say the chef is actually equal to people 1. They were named something different before. And so chef ties to boy 1, and boy 1 I think is actually Elvis. No, boy 3 is Elvis. So I need to clean up the naming of everything. I just can't model. I'm not as good as Lana, so I don't have that stuff. I have to just find what I can. So I have a dictionary set up where I set all these things out, and I'm using the beautiful tuples to name tuples, or however you say it. So I throw those in here, and I have extension methods called get prefabs. So I load my prefabs, it just goes and figures it all out. Yeah, it's actually not that bad. You get used to it. It's not heavy. So what I'm doing with my puzzle pieces is, let's jump in here. I have them all in resources. This is where my people live. So let's go find the penguin. The pets are named right. Let's add on, I remember, so I think all I have to do is add on a capsule collider and a rigid body, right? I think that's all I need to do. Let's go do that. Let's go to our penguin. Let's add a capsule collider. Oh, here he has one. He has a collider. Don't need to add a collider. Let's add a rigid body. Rigid body and use gravity. Now let's hope he flies, or he doesn't fly anymore. Let's reset our scene because I haven't fixed that yet. Yeah, the official play area is way over here, so I'm sitting here. It's actually not too bad, but I don't want to scroll or slide my chair in and out each time. All right, playground, move to -50. The height auto adjusts based off my site, or off where I'm at, not fit negative. So that should always be right. Now let's see if our penguin's still flying. Oops. And I have weird collisions to where people can fly away, so I gotta fix those. Why didn't our penguin stop flying? What did I do differently on our penguin versus the people? The pets I got from a library, so they have a bunch of like animations built in, which is pretty cool. I haven't finished those. I wonder if it's from the character controller. Use gravity, that should be fine. Let's turn off the nav mesh agent. I think I have that wrong. Yeah. Penguin shouldn't fly, but he does. Let's see if removing the mesh agent fixed it. Can I find the penguin? He's now totally gone. So that's a bad sign. Let's find where he went. So I've done a lot of Unity versus Unreal, and this is the thing I love most about Unreal, is I can jump into here and go into my playground and find anything and see where they're at. Where is our penguin? He's falling. Okay, perfect. So I do need to add the collider. That mesh agent was actually causing issues with it, so let's add the collider to it. And now our penguin, if we, oops, missed it. Go find our collider. Let's make this thing look better. So height is 1. Let's, nope, I don't want to, I want to slide just it. You should be able to, there we go. And let's make it smaller to like, actually we're gonna make the penguin bigger. He's really, really small. Let's go 0.25. That's, where is that? I can't even see it. Let's go 0.3. Okay, that looks good. Let's make our penguin scale to like 2, because he's really small. Now let's see if our penguin doesn't fly anymore. Okay, so my Vive and Oculus don't remember my position of my play area. Really? That's really, really weird. I know with a lot of the VR stuff I've done... Oh, he fell over. Perfect. We just need to tell him not to be able to fall over. All right, so let's go to the rigid body. Let's add some constraints. We are going to freeze his rotation. I think that's the one I freeze. I have like some VR treadmills and things as well. And if you're doing the Oculus versus the Vive, the Oculus, you have to tell it its position and forward every time because it totally forgets. I have a regular Vive too. And it always remembers positions. Like it remembers the orientation. So if you go into the settings here, if I bring this up, let's bring my Steam settings up. If I bring, I'm gonna show it my play area direction. I'm trying to remember on this. I already have the developer nonsense off, so it doesn't do that. I think I'd have to run the setup again to show that. But the arrow, the direction it's pointing, is always remembered. It's actually pain if you want to switch between it. If you want to, like say if you're playing certain games, a great example is like Beat Saber. You always want the cord behind you. You never want it in front of you. You're going to trip over it. Other games, you twist, you spin, you don't matter. And so you always want to make sure you're orienting a good way to where the cord's behind you if you're not wireless. And so on the Oculus, you can just go into the menu and tell it to reset its orientation. If you store its orientation, which way it's pointing, at the start of each thing, it's always going to be crazy and always different because they don't track that for some reason. Whereas on the Vives, it's always based off your lighthouses, so it should be right. All right, so our penguin should not fall over anymore. Let me find him. Oh, he's standing there, just like he should. And we should adjust the collider a little bit because he's floating. But that's a lot better. Okay, let's fix the collider. I like it. Thank you, penguin. Thank you. Let's go right there. All right, penguin. And, okay, penguin's now on the ground. Our cat's totally broken, but I'm not going to worry about him for right now. The cat just does his own thing. Cats are like that. So it kind of works. I'll have to fix him later. All right, so let's save this. Penguin is done. He's now in a good state. Let's jump over, and I really want to find, I can't remember if I put it on the camera. I put something so it recenters to the right height every single time. That height I know is adjusted. So wherever I put that script, would it have been the camera script? No, the camera script is only used in 2D. I use the camera script. Hey, thanks for the follow, Ronnie Troy. So I have a camera script that I did, which could probably use some tweaking. Everything's broken when you're in VR. All the camera stuff adjusts, but it recenters everything based on the coordinates of the space. So the two houses, or the end houses, are always perfectly visible. The problem is sometimes once these levels are generated, we can have anywhere from 3 to 5, I think. I think it goes up to 5, maybe only 4. But I wrote a puzzle generator so we can help to do as many houses as we want. So it rescales. In VR, we don't quite need that because we can adjust it and manipulate it easier. So it wasn't on the camera one because that's only in non-VR one. Did I do it in my custom? I didn't do it in this. This isn't my code. This is from I am using the V5 input tracker. No, it's the 5 input toolkit because it'll let you do cross-platform really nice and easy between Oculus and Vive. I have an Oculus. I use an Oculus when I travel. It's easier to set up. So I use both. And I'm excited for the new style one because then you don't need any external tracking, which is cool, but not perfect. All right, so let's find my script. It's in here somewhere. If it's not on the level manager, not on the playground, what's on the play area? I'm amazed. So I already have a play area exit, which I'm not using yet. So I need to be able to tell it when they're swapping. So I didn't use VRTK. I've looked at a few of them. I'm using, it's the Unity, let's look it up. It is the Vive input utility. This is this one. It's pretty good so far. I like it. I've had no issues with it. Of course, there's a lot of growing pains when Steam switched to using the new Steam VR API with like the knuckles and the way hands and tracking are doing. I did a bunch of things before where I was building a zombie game because everyone builds zombie games. Actually, let me go grab my toy. One sec. Grab my toy from the closet. All right. So I was building a tracker. So this gun has like recoil built into it. It's a laser gun I found, and took it apart, cannibalized it, have it hooked up to a Vive tracker, and I have some hardware I put inside to make it to where I can use the buttons and control it. But it's been insane. Nobody can standardize on these stupid trackers. The trackers, they keep changing the APIs on how they work. And so it's really frustrating and annoying to use them because everyone keeps changing them. And you have to use the old APIs to make it work, which is insane. I'm really annoyed that these are painful to use in the new stuff. Hey, C Diablo, thanks for the follow. But yeah, these are painful. If anyone knows how to use these in a better way, I'd love to hear it. I did a stream a while ago on making one of these things work, and I had to download and use all the old APIs, and that's not fun. No one likes old APIs. All right, so the new input stuff, this does handle it. Yeah, it's not great. And the input of actually, if you want to talk to it and send data back and forth, the old API, Unity was amazing. The new API, Unity's not that good, and Unreal, it's horrible too. So I'm really annoyed at both of those. All right, so let's jump back into here. I really want to find where I'm setting. Maybe we'll have to write something different because I thought I finished that. Now I can't find it. This game is really simple. There's not much code to it yet. I have the stuff to pick up the pieces. I have the stuff for a house, so a house knows when something enters it, so I can keep track of what's in what house. The house game objects get told whenever a piece gets added to it, which is pretty cool. So attach to Unity, and we can just see that in action really quick. I want to build something to track. Okay, if I have nothing to track it based off of me, trying to think the best way to do that. To capture the input, I normally would have an object, like a pickup object or something to get the controllers. Maybe I jumped in and I did actually something in the controller level. I remember doing this though. I can't remember where I did it. I don't work on games enough. I don't have the time, which is sad. Very sad. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to figure it out. We'll do it from scratch. All right, well, let's create a new script. I'm wondering what I need to do to make it to where it'll get the input from. I can make it grabbable, and then I can move it around, and then I might be able to do a fancy gesture to be able to shrink the size of it and scale it, because that I'm gonna have to do at some point. I wonder what'll happen if I just add my script, my pickup script. Pickup piece I don't want to use because it does random things. But if I make it a basic grippable or grabbable, let's see what this does. Maybe we can just grab and move it, which is an acceptable thing in VR. Cords and chairs don't get along in VR. What I like about doing it wireless, but then the battery packs. I might grab one so I don't keep catching myself. All right. Oh, VR, okay, I have a lot of debug stuff in here. Let's remove all these breakpoints. Breakpoints are not fun in VR. It just pauses everything. All right, so now we have this. Let's see if I can just, whoa, I can't just grab the world. Okay, that worked really well. Where did our people go? Gravity, oh, gravity, yeah. I wonder if I can make the gravity. That's not gonna work. All right, need to try something new. If we do grabbing, I wonder if we can make it to where it can't tilt and dump all of our people off. So let's create a new script that subclasses that one. So create a new script. Let's grab why is my shift not working? That's highly frustrating. Let me switch. I have a KVM. Let me switch it directly into this one. I use Synergy. I have a Mac here, a Windows machine here, and I move between them a lot. So let's do world. Oh, now my caps is opposite. World move. World move script. If anyone has any ideas on the best way to do this, I would love it. Well, let's just try this now and see what we can get away with. Oh, I know there's an update. I don't want to update right now. Let's add the world move script. Let's kill the basic one. Remove that. Alright, so let's make this. Oh, I'm running code. I hate that about Visual Studio. The worst thing ever. Especially because Unity can actually update it. Actually, I don't have. Oh, now I'm on the wrong keyboard, so my hotkeys are backwards. So it's Control Dot from this. That'll bring in the using statement. Perfect. I wonder if I can do something now to lock the orientation. So override. Let's see what happens when they have a drag. Actually, let's go look at the code first. Best way to learn is look at what they're doing. So they grab it, we attach it to the hand and move it, right? I'm guessing that's all they do is just attach it. Index, follow, after grab, before grab, move velocity, awake, clear grabbers, on event drag start. Here we go. Grabber, rigid. It's not changing, it's just doing a change the pose for the offset. What do they tie into it? Okay. On drag update, if moved by velocity, do this. Else on grab rigid body. Okay, so I'm guessing this is what does the movement. And modify pose, set rigid. So if I do this, if I protected void, you can't override it if it's protected. So lame. All right, well, let's go back to grabbable. And maybe at that level we can override it. And we might be copying some code around. Luckily it's all open source, so I can do that. Under script. Move some, kill some stuff. We don't need any of that. Don't need the puzzle generator. I wonder if on grabbed, so controller manager. I really like the way I handled it before, and I can't remember why you can't find that. Let me check this other laptop. Maybe I did it on here and didn't push it up. That is a distinct possibility. Too many machines. Too many machines. First world problems. No, this one doesn't have anything. This doesn't. I have an old branch. Look at that old branch. That was all doing SteamVR. I have a fork where I tried it in SteamVR instead of Vive input utility. That's not going to work. All right, so we should be able to just deal with this on grab stuff. It's eventually going to call this thing update, update. Where did I just find that at? I just had that movement one. Now I lost it. Okay, let's go back to our world script. Let's go to this, go to definition. We have this one. In here, is this where it was at? On input, on awake, on drag start. Here we go. This I can override though, which is nice. All right, so let's just grab this code because we're gonna want to change that, and we will do paste that in, override. Perfect. Let's do control dot to get our using statements. Consider done. Move by velocity. We don't care about that. We're not going to move by velocity. So we're just going to remove that. It's some private variable they're using. Now, we're not going to call that onGrab data. We're going to make our own because that one's definitely wrong. We want to not change the angle. We don't want you to be able to just dump the world. We could change the gravity direction, but I have no idea how to do that. Beyond my skills. So let's see if we can just move the world flat. Control dot, bring in more stuff. All right. So on grab rigid body. All right, 2. Just add a 2 for now. All right. So set rigid. No, this is just to set the velocity. We don't want to set velocity on it. That's totally wrong. I misread stuff. All right, never mind. Back to the drawing board. Anyone seeing something I'm not here? Okay, so it should be on the update handler or fixed update, one of the two. Actually, let's just put a breakpoint in there. Or let's add some console outright lines because breakpoints are very jarring in VR. On collider. So there was a fixed and then there was a drag start. Okay, just random question. Is hot swapping possible in Xamarin? Yes, absolutely. So yes, on Android, it's very easy. Sorry, guys, I also work on Xamarin and mobile stuff, so it's okay to ask other random questions. On iOS, yeah, you can, on Android, you can JIT and do whatever you want. On iOS, in the simulator, anything's fair game. And on device, yes, if you use the interpreter. All right, all's fair game there. Okay, so multiple grabbers, done. All right, let's just put some breakpoints in here. I don't know what else to do. Let's see when this thing is called. Is it called when I throw it? If it is, oh, I have an override on that. I'm not going to actually call that one. We need to put it in mine. That way it won't happen when I grab my people on accident as well. Okay, why do I keep losing? Oh, this is pinned for some reason. Why is that pinned? That's why I couldn't find it. Very jarring when that happens. All right, let's debug it. Okay, run this, run here. Nothing should be getting that update yet. Let's find our people. They haven't ran away. No, I want to watch. Oh, all right. Breakpoint. Okay, so that is happening. Okay. So maybe that's how they do it to keep it in line. Let's go change this stuff. Let's say the target is the grabber.origin. So the target pose is, okay, so we don't want to do target, we want target position, not target rotation. So what goes into these? From to. So we'll just do the same thing into it. So it's not going from anywhere. It's, oops, wrong. I used Apple keys because why not? That's what I do all the time. So let's just do this. It's going to rotate to itself. That sounds right. Which should be not at all. Or what if I actually, that'll do the position. What if I just comment this line out? Let's see if that does it. Oh, nope, I don't want to debug this one. Just run Unity again. All right. So let's see. Nope, angle's still crazy. And wow, everyone flies away. I think it's like you're just like batting them. Except Elvis. Elvis is solid. Elvis does not like running away. That's really funny. Goodbye, Elvis. Okay. All right, didn't work. Not that. I found the wrong method. So close. So close. All right. So if that's not what's moving the people, you would think it would be on collider event drag fixed update. Do you have any references on how hot swapping actually works? No, if you really want to look, go look at Frank Krueger has a library called continuous on his GitHub. It's preclarum or whatever. So sorry, I don't mind being sidetracked. Slash preclarum slash this guy. Go to this URL. It'll tell you all you need to know. Why is it I'm not doing this stuff right now? All right. So yeah, that's where you go. And you'll find all you need to know. All right, let's jump back into this. See if I can find what's causing this. On grab transforms, that's the event drag fixed update. So record last possess for drop. Maybe it's this guy I need. This one. This is the one I need. He's not using hot swapping, but he's telling you enough to know what you need to do. Hot swapping per se has a lot of connotations by what you mean by that. So I may or may not be able to answer that, depending on what you're going for. Okay, on transform, this is the one I want. This is definitely it. All right, swap out that rotation. We found the magic. We found it. All right. So world move script. Found it. So happy when I find the stuff I'm looking for. All right. Let's see it. Let's see the money. Hopefully this time we won't lose all of our people. It's actually a really funny bug to be able to like toss them with the world. Nope, they're still flying. But, okay. I need to... Our cat's bouncing, that's really awesome. Woo! That's actually really fun. I wonder if there'd be a good game of like trying to keep them balanced. It's better, but I need to lock down all the children when I do this. Which is easy enough to do. I can grab all of the pieces and lock them. That's what I need to do. All right. I'm on the right track and I'm in the right area. Okay, so what I need to do is let's teach the world how to find its people, its pieces. There is, where is that going to be at? Inside of our, now I've got to think. All right, so we'll need to do, we need to override, we've got that one done. We need to do an on start and an on stop because there's an on start and on end. Okay, perfect. We'll need both of those. Override on collider start. So what we'll do here is before we do anything, to do disable their parents are fixed. Aren't they parents of the world? Yeah, so I think they will move with it since they are parents. All of their stuff, or their parent is the world. So if I move the world, they'll move with it as long as the collisions are disabled. And you disable the collisions, or the rigid body stuff, so it doesn't just like freak out. Because that's what's happening. All right, so to do disable rigid bodies on the pieces. All right, and now override on collider end to do enable. This is why I like my other way better. I think I might want to try to go back to it, because if I just move the entire world to in front of you, we don't have any issues like this. All this goes away. So let me go. Did I not do it off the script? Or this one? So this camera, I thought I had something with the VR camera script. I know I did. Let me check this folder. There's got to be something there. Projects, Unity, else game. Let's go into assets, scripts. I'm wondering if there's something left out here. Okay, I don't know. Let's just check out the HTC Vive input utility. Detect button press. Maybe I only did it on the Steam one. I do have... We're going to go to GitHub. Give me 1 second. I'm going to bring this off to the side. I'll bring it up once I get in there. I just don't want to blast my private GitHub to the world. Fancy slash... Okay, jump into here. So here's the house game. So I have another branch called Steam VR. I bet I did it here. If so, I at least have a starting point. Reset to player start! Knew I did it. I knew I wasn't crazy. I am crazy, sorry. That's true. It goes without saying. But I knew I wasn't crazy in this instance. Beautiful, beautiful. So now we just need to do it not from... yes, that makes me happy. I could not figure that out. I don't know why I couldn't remember how to do that. All right. So let's look at this. On the input utility, I just want to double check how to grab the touchpad location, the touchpad stuff, because I want to take the clicking on those and make that work it. Toolkit, blah, blah, blah. Are you going to give me your docs? Where are your docs? I need docs. Set by guide on using that. Has anyone used this enough to know what I'm talking about or where that's at? That shows how to use a button. I don't want to use a button. Are there no docs? UI pointer stuff. I want buttons. Please give me buttons. On the Steam stuff, it was pretty straightforward. You just bind it all into the actions based off of using the Steam input utility stuff. Thanks, Moon. Hopefully this is enjoyable for you guys. Hopefully you guys can tell me how to do this better. Because I was able to just say, hey, here's the button, it's the teleport one, and it's, oh, there's teleport code. I know where to look. Inside the HTTP Unity, the plugin here. There we go, that's the right one. Teleport. There's a teleport example. Let's go look at how they teleport. Yes, save the world. Let's get this right. All right, so let's look at their input utility. And let's borrow code. That's their docs' code. All right, so I have point at the train and click the pad. Okay, that works well. That's what I'm looking for. So let's look at how that works. So they have their VR origin, device height, camera rig, curve pointers, drive input buttons. Oh, that's exactly what I want. All right. So this has one for the left hand and one for the right hand. Perfect. On button, it does that. 5-roll script setter, that's not what I'm looking for. On the pointers, it is, okay, we're gonna copy this guy. Copy document, and the only difference is this switches from left to right. Right hand roll is right. Right hand. And actually, there's a new tracker roll. I wonder if that would work with my tracker stuff. I've been having such a horrible time getting to work. And then this one's set to left and all that's set to left. So game object set as active. Let's look at their virtual script. Okay. Perfect, perfect. I like it. This is what we need. So we'll do something that will pass this into our object, our world object. And then our world object, world mood script, you are getting a remake because I don't like you being a basic script, that thing anymore. No more. No bueno. All right. You need to become a mono behavior. Mono behavior. All right. Now what we'll do is we're going to grab some of our code from the old one. Oh, I had this. Okay. Grab all this. I may have to adjust that. Oh, no, that's how I did it on the old stuff. We don't need that. All right. That's, oh, and I did the wrong copy command. So glad I found this. So glad I found this. Should teleport I probably don't need. If so, we'll rename it. Oh yeah, client teleports fine. Okay. Let's grab this. All right, so now on start, I grab the input source. That's to grab the hand. We're not going to do that. We're going to do it differently. We're going to use the update utility to do it this way. So that way it's going to get a... try and remember how buttons work in Unity. I did this once before inside my 2D GUI toggle. Yeah, did this thing, right? So then this has on click. We need to have 2 on clicks. That is right. So we'll have 2 voids in here. Go to our world. Let's do a new one. Void on left click. And then we'll do void on right click. That way we have to click both of them. I don't want to just do one or the other because you'll do that on accident. I want to, if you do both of them, we're going to reset this whole thing in front of you. And that is perfect. That is looking good. All right. Now we'll say, let's have a bool, should teleport. Actually, I don't need, yeah, it should teleport, that's fine. Now we'll say, bool is left. Oh, we're gonna need one for on release too. I totally keep copying and pasting backwards. So we'll do one for release, one for click. Click on left, right click. So now what we have is we'll have a boolean for if each of them is clicked. Is right clicked. No, I had that backwards. GHT. There we go. All right. We'll do is left click equals true. Check should teleport. Let's add one more here. All right. Should teleport. So, bam. That in there. On release, we don't care. We'll do on right click, should teleport. All right, do that, and right clicked is true. Is right clicked equals false. I put that into a function because I don't want to do it in 2 places. Is left clicked, can't type. Is left click equals false. All right, perfect. So now we'll say if is left click or not is right. Why is that not? Okay. Return. Make those both not, so if either one of them is false, return. Get out of here. And now I need to just say, what did I do on the old one? Did I do it on update? Because we don't want to do that. We'll just tell it to call teleport, which will work. Yeah, and the only one I was doing update, if you should teleport, go do this, but I don't care. We're not doing that. Should teleport is going to die. Goodbye. You're not needed. All right, now we'll go should teleport. No, not check teleport. We'll just do teleport. I like it. All right, now we have teleporting going. Hopefully, let's hook this up. Let's give us some button inputs now. So now we need to go over to Unity. Let's go back to our real one. Actually, I'm gonna copy one of these because I don't, oh, come on, don't go away. Let's copy you, copy component. Let's jump into our switch scenes. Scene, neighborhood VR. Jump in here. Let's go to our playground. We have our world script. Let's add our button stuff to this. Actually, I'm going to paste one because I don't even remember what that was called already. Paste is new component. Yay, here's our right hand. Now our right hand, we can do, I could do something like this. And I go you, and you are going to do something like this. Press down, runtime. Movement script here is, no, world move script. Do I need to make those public? Maybe I need to make those public. Like I said, I'm new at Unity. I'm not very good. Man, my office is getting hot. I'm gonna open a window. public, public, or maybe it hasn't compiled yet. I bet it hasn't compiled yet. I don't think they need to be public, but we're gonna do it anyway. So build, go build, build fast. All right, so inside of here, we now have, on this, we will add the world script to here. We'll add the playground. Now we'll say puzzle generate, no, world map. We're on the right hand, on right hand click. And now on, come on, do I have to drag it again? Playground to here. And now we'll say on right click release. Oh, super exciting, super exciting. Let's now paste as new again. We're gonna change this one to be the left hand. And we'll do that, oh, I should have copied the old one. It's right, we have to still fill it out anyway. Give this here, give this here. All right, check it out, learning new APIs. So exciting. All right, so now we're on left click, and now on left click release. There we go. All right, moment of truth, guys. Moment of truth.
60% of the time,
oh, my
it
sounds,
works.
I don't know if you can hear
every
that.
time.
Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. My Stream Deck setup's all weird. This isn't how I normally stream. All right, so click. Nothing happens. Nothing happened. All right, let's put some breakpoints in. All right, connecting. Let's go try again. Button press. Ooh, button press. It worked. Oh, I'm an idiot. I already know what it is. There's no point debugging it. There's no point. Let's remove these breakpoints. Anyone guess what I did wrong? Anybody? Anybody? Okay, here's what I did wrong. Let's look at our world input area. I haven't set anything. Nothing set up. All right, so from here, let's give it our camera. No, that's the wrong transform. I need to find the VibeRig camera. You could hear it, good. My setup's so jacked up right now, so I didn't know if it would actually work, so I'm glad it did. All right, playground, let's give it the playground. Wait, the camera rig transforms versus the head transform, they're different? Okay, let me go look at the code. Cancel. Transform! We use head transform. Dang it, what's the difference? What'd Steam VR do? So it had a head transform versus a camera rig transform. So I know the transforms in VR get crazy. Yeah, I love the new Stream Deck. I'm glad it's fun. I'm glad everyone else likes it. I'm having issues. My whole setup's weird. If I push my scene changes, everything goes wacky because it switches to, like, if I'm live coding, not, I use different machines, so I need to make one for VR streaming. My first time doing it, so I didn't think all that through. All right, so we have our head transform, and our head transform does something different than this. So in VR, there's two transforms. This is what it is. So it's really weird because if you think about how teleportation works, when you teleport somebody VR, you have to do lots of crazy math. You have the origin, the character origin, which is what normally is the character, right? If you have a pawn and you're moving him around, his origin moves as you move. In VR, your whole room space is the pawn. So the center of your play area, that's what you center. And then you then have to do the head offset, which is different. When you're telling it to teleport, you do a math equation to say what's the difference from where I am to where the center is. And then you teleport the center to that location, not the person. Craziness. And so the head transform is going to be my camera, and I'm guessing the rig is the entire thing. Pretty sure that's how it works because it's very similar to how yeah, I wrote this code a long time ago. So let's hope I'm right. Maybe I'm totally wrong. We'll find out. All right, so let's go to the world transform. Let's do the Vive origin. We're going to set that as the transform here, and we're going to set the camera as my head transform. Because I think that's how it works. All right. It did something. It did something. That's right. Oh, it's moving farther and farther away, though. And if I rotate, it comes in front of me. Oh, and I'm getting, look at that. Why am I getting, that's really funny. I'm getting the teleport thing. So I must have teleported. I need to go disable teleportation. My pawn. We can do that. That's so exciting. Why do I don't have any of that on there though, do I? I totally probably do. Laser pointer activated by none. Curve point by none. Custom model. Yes, that's good. All right, let's see what that does now. We're getting somewhere. I need to adjust the distance. That 100 is like way too far. So exciting. Oh, our penguin's moving. Is he moving? Or is it just an optical illusion? Okay. He's totally moving. Why are you flying, penguin? Is he getting higher? Oh, people flew. People flew. It's better. It's totally better. We didn't make everybody fly. So we're still going to need to lock people down. But I like this better. Now let's change this origin distance. Playground distance. Distance, let's put this at like 30. See what that does. Alright. Okay, I'm getting there. I can almost grab everybody. I think I need to do it way smaller though. It's the scale difference between SteamVR and HTC input utilities. Interesting. Ah, that's more of what I want. Why'd she just run away? And the penguin's flying. Ah, there's a monitor. I can't reach the penguin. Alright, can I reach the penguin now? And then when I let go of him, he flies away. We've definitely got some physics bugs. That is craziness. Okay, see if I can... I don't know how to get to those people. Alright, so that's definitely got some work, but at least it's a little better. That's a lot better. Alright, so let's see how to pause those people. So we pause all their physics while we're doing that, since we need to do it anyway. Actually, I'm going to open a window. I am way too hot. While coding, my machine is like fans on all blast, and I've got 3 machines running to do this. It's ridiculous. So it's really hot in my office. All right, where were we? Right, we're going to pause this stuff. Actually, let's commit this before I forget it and lose it again. Commit often, guys. Commit often. Don't need anything with this Android, Mac OS. I was playing with random things. We don't need any of that. None of the plugin stuff. We don't need any of that. Nope, nope. VR. Oh yes, we need a penguin. We definitely fixed the penguin. Editor, we don't need you. I don't know why it makes a metadata for everything. It's kind of crazy. Alright. World move script now updates the world position in VR. I probably need to adjust the height. Maybe my height is wrong too. Push that forward. Let's go to the play area. That's just, I can't remember if this height adjusts it or not. Let's put like 10. I want to eventually build like a tabletop, so it looks like this is a tabletop game. Okay, that did adjust the height. That's a lot better. I need to move it up a little bit. They run away. I like being above. It should be more of like this, just like I'm above. I need to scale that smaller. It's way too big in here. So let's just do like, well, I want to do something fancy for scaling too. Let's do like 0.8, 0.8, 0.8. Bring this up to like 20. Run that again. Made some progress tonight. Then I wanted to work on grabbing people and moving them into their houses. Wow, he should not have bounced like that. If I let go. Whoa, that's insane. If I don't reset the area, they don't do that. Let's see what happens if I just grab one. So if I... Yeah, it's only after... You know what it reminds me of? It totally reminds me of like Black Panther, how they like absorb all the energy. Like they've got all this kinetic energy just sitting there, waiting to be released. And the moment I touch them, they're like, I'm free! It's the only thing I can think of. Weird. I totally accidentally built the. Yeah, that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to just drop or gently throw, not fly away from me. Okay, he did it. So there's got to be something with it colliding with the controllers. It's the only thing I can think of. All right. Yay. It's so fun to pick these little things up. That is awesome. I did not throw him. But if I do throw him, I can't even throw him that far. All right. The other thing I need to build is once they leave the area, they auto-teleport back. So eventually we'll have teleportation anyway. Because they need to come back to their spawn. Because we don't want to lose pieces. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's save. I like that new orientation there. Let's deal with turning them off. Turn off their rigid bodies and turn them back on. Nice thing is it should cool off. It's like 40 degrees outside. That's in Fahrenheit, so it should get nice and cool in my office pretty dang quick. All right, so if we're gonna move the world, whenever we move the world, let's just do this in a function. I don't want to put that in that main thing up there. So, space, there we go. Void, we move, or actually pause. Oops, wrong button, wrong button. Okay, now this will be really easy. We're going to do this as a link statement, I think. So I need to get access to the current puzzle generator. Puzzle generator has the prefabs. This also has all of the current pieces. Perfect. Read only. All right. So let's make this public. Actually, let's do this a different way. I don't want that to be editable. So let's do public. We'll call this a piece. Actually, it's not. They're the game objects. I need the game objects. Is the piece game object? For each piece. Okay, I can grab its game object from that. That's what I wanted to know. So if we grab this piece game object, we'll do. I just want to keep this. So public that. And for here, we will say we'll do a nice fancy link statement. PIECS dot to array. All right, so now we have that. So we have a way to get a read-only list of these pieces when we need to. So if we jump back over to the world script, we will go over here and do public puzzle generator, puzzle generator. Perfect. All right, so let's go to our, we'll just write the code first before we go tie it in. Now, puzzle generator. Maybe we'll write an extension method. I love my extension methods. So inside of here, let's do a new one and call it add new file or new folder. Okay, we will do a new class. We'll call this one game object extensions. Now, whenever I do extensions, I cheat. I hate them being in these horrible, horrible namespaces. So I always put them in the same namespace as what I'm extending. So in this case, I want to have a public static class. We're going to do public static void. We'll do and inside of here, we will do this game object. Now this is inside the I'm trying to remember, it's inside Unity Engine. So we're just going to make this match Unity Engine. So anywhere we're using Unity Engine will have access to this. Geo. Perfect. All right. So now inside of here, what we'll say, if geo equals null, return var rigid body equals geo dot get component rigid body. If rigid body equals null. Actually, hold on. Rigid body, is it enabled? How do I'm trying to remember. Is it just use gravity I'm going to turn on and off? Alright, so we'll need to return again. Someone in Unity know what they're talking about here? I think I'm doing this right. Alright, so what we're also going to do is, instead of this, we will call this set gravity state. False, or no. Now we can just do this here. Oh, how do I do that? Perfect. All right, this will make this the rest of our code really, really, really nice, as long as what I just did was right, and I have no idea if it's right or not. Anybody watching, if you know, please tell me. If not, I can look into the code of what happens when you grab something, because they do that as well. Dot rule, or no, dot puzzle pieces. I spell, okay. For each. Oh, I have my batch for each utility. That's pretty cool, but I don't want to batch this thing. For each. Oh, I don't have that one in there? Alright, let's go look at my other extensions. My cross-platform ones. So I also have inside of list extensions, I have all kinds of things to get random, shuffle, batch for each. But I also throw in these in here for static. How does this work? I have this elsewhere. I'm trying to remember on this. Let me Google my projects. I don't want to rewrite that. Extensions. There it is. That's not mine. That's not the one I'm looking for. Hey. Nope, that's not the one. I thought it was in GMusic. What's up? You need something? Are you done? Okay. Array extensions. This is the one I'm looking for. My wife just came in and is now laughing at me. I probably look ridiculous with this headset on my head. Alright, so let's just throw this into the list extensions. This allows us to do all the array for each stuff in a lot nicer manner. So now what we can do is now dot for each. There we go. X dot, what did I call that thing? Oh, X dot, I need to do the game object. Dot game object dot set gravity state. I don't like that name, I should change it. False. Perfect. So before we teleport, we're going to pause all the rigid bodies, and then when we're done teleporting, and actually, now that I've made this, yeah, we'll still do it, it's fine. Zoom rigid bodies. Alright, dun dun dun. True, so pause, let's resume. These are just one-liners, so I don't know why they're even in a thing, but we're gonna try it anyway. Alright, let's piling scripts. Let's hope this fixes our flying pieces. Come on, I know you have an update. I'm not ready to update. I will later. Alright, so they're right there. Let's... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I broke something. Something's broken. No, no errors. Pause on error. Why is there no error? Why is it not moving? I have so many questions. Alright, let's teleport these puppies. And let's see why. Alright. Teleport. Rigid bodies pause. Had an error in there. We're never making it past that. Go to declarations. I didn't set the puzzle generator. Alright, let's stop this. This gets me very often. I'm sorry. So sorry. Alright, puzzle generator is already on here, so I can just say puzzle generator. So I could just told the parent to get it itself on start. That would have been easier. Oh well. We'll do it this way. Go. I don't have a breakpoint set, do I? Uh-oh. Why do I have a pause? Unpause. I did that right. Okay. Puzzle generator. Reorganize. Nobody flew! No one flew! Now what happens when I grab one? I need a twist so I can grab one. Alright. Let's grab our penguin. He's still flying. No. Why? Why, penguin? Why do you hate me so? Alright, these guys aren't doing it. These guys are doing good. Whee! Alright. And now, if I turn the world, does he turn with it? He did! He did! I was worried about that. Now if I turn it, he took... And with the world, I think? He's landing way over there. And I moved it from under him, but he's still there. Alright. I probably need a way to do like a teleport grab, because I'm running into way too many issues with my desk. So the animals are bugged, not the people. And I wanted to rebuild the animals anyway, because I don't like how they work. Exciting. Exciting. Alright. Let's commit that, because that's huge. So big. Actually save this first. I hate how if I forget to save this and I don't commit, it doesn't save my changes. Alright. Why do you keep doing that? I'll let you go. It's fine. Puzzle generator. That's perfect. Alright. We now pause physics as we move the world. Now, I still could go back and do the old grabbing it to where we could let you dump it. So then if you like dumped it upside down, as long as I corrected before I fixed gravity, that would be fine. But I'll just stick with what I have. I'm okay with this. Okay. Any questions? Anything you guys think we should do? Any feedback so far? All right, we've got a VR world. Let's go into where we're at. So if we've got that stuff working, I'm trying to think what should be next. I kind of want to work on... I wonder if I should do something to generate the rules pane? Because in the 2D version, we can see all the rules. But in the 3D one, I have no idea what the rules are. Maybe we'll do that. I kind of know how to do that, I think. We'll find out. All right, let's test some things first. So before we do that, let's go to a sample scene. This is where I do all my nonsense in, so I don't mess up the real one. Let's create a new 3D object, a cube. This is where it'd be nice to have someone who knows how to do this stuff, because I suck at this. So let's grab a rule and throw a rule as a texture on the cube. Oh, I can just drag that thing out. Ooh, even better. What's that do? So it just does a sprite renderer in 3D space. I can work with that. I can work with that. That's what I need. Okay. So now I need to create some sort of an object prefab. So we'll do a new 3D object. We're going to do a cube. Please forgive my horrible everything. Actually, we're going to do a new empty object first. I like doing this as an empty object as the host. So this is going to be our empty object. This is going to be a puzzle rule. I don't know, call it puzzle rule. No, puzzle rule does. I don't like the name of that. Puzzle rule BR prefab. That's really long. All right, we're gonna throw a cube into that. We're going to now compress this thing because we only need it to be like 0.2. I want it to be visible. I want it to be wide. Let's make it like 3 and 2, 4, something like that. All right. So what we'll do is we're going to move. That's still really big. All right. So we can scale that down or we can scale this up. Let's scale this up. N. 4. That's looking better. All right, and so then we're going to throw a This, we're going to throw this into here. Okay, we were also going to throw like a person on here. You go find your spot. You're too big. All right, let's make it fit so those work straight out of the box. I don't have to worry about scaling things. Because all those images are all the same size, which is nice. Actually, now that he's part of it, we'll move you out of the cube. Then I can do the cube as the background. Rename you. So we're going to do the boy. Let's do this background. Let's make you even wider and taller. Go with like 20, and then we'll shrink you in. Let's go like 6. I like it. All right, boy, you should not be part of the rule because that's weird. You get to be here. Here. That looks pretty good. We're going to move you actually all the way over though. Perfect. And now let's duplicate you. And you'll go here. And we'll put the house in the exact center. Center. All right, now let's give these things some names. You are going to be, this is going to be, what do I call in the 2D stuff? So I have my old 2D stuff. I have a 2D, prefabs. No, wrong prefabs. I have 2 prefabs. Prefabs, VR rule pane. The VR rule pane has these, and it has first piece, second piece. Oh, and that's a canvas. I did it differently on the other one. All right, first piece and second piece, and we might do the same way here. All right, so you are going to be first piece, second piece, and then rule. All right, perfect. And put you in the right order, so that matters. All right, so now you are my prefab. So we'll call this rule pane VR. Name smaller. Let's save this as a prefab. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Now we're going to create a, let's create a new 3D object. Actually, I don't even think I need it to be a 3D object. I think I can just do a create, no, I want it to be, because I want it to be grabbable. All right, we're gonna do this, because what I'm doing now is I'm gonna build like a tablet. So we're gonna have a tablet that all these rules will just go down. And so this is going to be our rule tablet. The rule tablet is going to need a script that knows how to generate the rules. Inside my scripts GUI, I have my 2D ones. So I have a rule 2D, and then we need to have a new one called create new script. This one's going to be puzzle rule VR. All right, now our rule, this needs to go here. Perfect. That didn't save it in the prefab though, did it? No, it didn't. Knew it. All right, scripts GUI. We're going to add you into here. You get to be a VR puzzle. We'll need to fill that out a little bit more first. We'll have our tablet, which is going to be a create new puzzle GUI VR. You get to go to the rule tablet. It is not cooling off in my office. I'm going to open that window even more. Come in, cool air. Come in. All right. So we have our puzzle rule VR pane. We have our rule tablet. Now our rule tablet, what it's going to do is, if we look at the old one, the ones for the 2D, the rule piece, what it does is it will set. That's the VR one. What it does is you set off with the images, the canvases, and here we're going to do the sprite renderers and things like that. And then I create all these rules. And the old one was a canvas. I had a canvas for the middle one because some of those rules I would compose, like which house they live in, is composed by an array of sprites. So Maybe we'll throw canvas in there. I think it'd be fine to throw canvas. Why not? Let's make this a canvas. Actually, I wonder if we could still do the same thing with the 2D one. We might not even need the new one. What if... Yeah, let's just see what happens. I don't know if this will work. It might not work. Alright, so first piece, no, because it expects those to be an image. So I'll do it differently, because I'll make those sprites, and I'll still make this one. I wonder if I make that a canvas instead. So create 3D object, or no, sorry, UI, canvas. Alright, so the canvas, you get to go right here. You can open, oh, okay, I need to open the prefab to do all this. I always forget where I'm working at. Alright, prefabs, let's jump in here. Let's go to our rule pane VR. Now that you're here, let's add UI. Let's add a canvas. I wonder if I can set this thing's size. So render mode, world space. Is that right? Do I want world space? I don't know if I can do this. Can I put a canvas onto something? Like a canvas into here so that way it'll be just that rectangle? Maybe I can't do that. It won't let me edit those. Maybe a canvas won't work. Darn it. That'd have been nice. Yeah, canvas isn't gonna work. Wrong control type. So sad. Actually, let's Google. Can I put a canvas on a 3D surface? Creating a world space, that's what I thought I would have done. Oh, there's an asset store thing. I don't want to do that. Yes, set the canvas to world space. Decide on a resolution. Specify the size of the canvas in the world. Okay, that's what I've got that. That's what I want to do. How do I set the size? Constant physical size. That's right. I might need to actually read through that thing instead of just quickly glancing at it. I'll go to world space. Oh, world space. There we go. Okay, now I can set a size on this thing. 0, 0. Okay, what's its width and height? Is it like 100? That's too big, huh? So 10. So let's do like 8. Is the Z position really funky on this thing? No, that's right. That's still too big. Alright. Oh, it's on 18. I thought I did 8. Okay, still too big. 6. 6. So, okay. 6 by 6. Nope, let's make that by 4. So exciting, this is gonna work. Alright, that's a little too small, so let's do like 5 or 4.5. Perfect. Now we'll ditch the rule, because the rule's not needed. This is gonna work. I like it. Alright, so let's go to our scripts. Let's make sure we have the Rule Puzzle VR one on there. Okay, we'll need to edit that one. Let's jump in and edit this. So, instead of these, we'll use them, but they're not going to be right. The first one, instead of an image, is going to be a sprite renderer. Sprite renderer, okay. I got that, so now if I save that, the auto build, oh it did, okay. Now we have first piece, canvas, second piece. All right, we can now clear, now what we do is we have a method on here. On the old one it has a method that says set rule. And the set rule goes and does this stuff for us. It's almost right. So first piece, sprite. Oh, the code's gonna work exactly the same. That's so nice. Just they're different things, but it still works the same. Okay. Why is rule system.data.rule? I don't want system.data. All right, there we go. That's so perfect. We now have that thing will auto set when we set the rules. So now let's go set a canvas up. Set up our tablet. So our tablet will generate all these rules and just add them sequentially down it. I like it, and then it'll resize itself to fit. So we could have like a really big tablet, but you're in VR, so you can pick it up and move it around, so we're good. I wonder if I should just attach the tablet to the hand. I don't think I want that. I'd like you to be able to just drop it in VR space. All right, so maybe I'll attach it to the world space though, so as you move the world around, it'll go with it. We have that. Let's have our tablet. Our tablet has the puzzle VR thing. Let's jump into both of these. Let's build this. So our puzzle VR, and then we have our 2D GUI. Oh, I call that a GUID. Call it a GUID. That's not cool. Let's go rename this. Let's do it. Oh, I don't know where if I rename it here, I'm gonna have to re-add it. It's gonna freak out. I know Unity's not gonna like my name. Okay, GUID. All right. Oh no, it's not even. It doesn't even need the 2. It's just a GUI. There we go. All right. So now let's jump into here. We're going to rename VR GUI. All right. We're going to now rename you, and we're going to make Unity very angry at us. So let's jump back into our canvas thingy here. No, not our canvas. Canvas can go away. Our rule tablet. Oh no, it did rename nicely. Okay, deal with that. All right, so if we grab our old rule 2D stuff, where is it? Let me just close a bunch of this stuff. Close a bunch of old stuff. None of these needed. Go away. Actually, we can do close all but this one. All right, so let's go into our 2D GUI and what we do here. So I have a prefab that tells you what those rules are. I don't need the canvas. Canvas is old because we're not doing it in 2D space, so we're just gonna forget the canvas. So we have our current pieces, forget the canvas. Now we have these 2 methods here. And this subclass is, ooh, made that way too big. Subclass is puzzle GUI. And puzzle GUI. All right, so that's done. Let's add that in. Perfect. Link is already there? No, Link's not there. How is this not complaining at me right now? You really don't care? I know you care that Link's not there. All right, so we'll add Link in there. Now that we have Link in here, should all be happy. We can, this will go through each one, generate the GUI. This is wrong. This isn't gonna work because what it does is instantiates the new prefab, gets the component of rule 2D, which is not right. It's just rule VR. Set the rule, perfect. Set the object, current pieces dot add. That should do it then. I'm gonna have to do something to keep track of what position they are, because the transform is going to be off. What I'm talking about is looking at like my puzzle generator. So when we're generating the puzzle pieces, I keep track of like their size. I say, hey, the houses are 30 width. That's my set. My plot sizes, the height. So 30 wide, 50 high, right? That's just the plot sizes. So as I'm generating these things, I keep track of my current X location. Hey R2, welcome. Doing a random stream today. Glad you could join. We're building VR stuff in Unity. All right, so I keep track of where I'm at. And then for each puzzle piece, I go and generate. No, that's the puzzle pieces. Where's the house? Where's generating houses? Oh, right here. So for the number of houses, I spawn a house. Spawning the house is, yeah, I'm not doing Gmusic. Gmusic's Wednesdays. So we look at this. I keep track of the current position. So that way, as I'm spawning these, I keep moving them along. And so I'm going to need to do this with my rules. I'm going to, instead of moving it along the X, I'm going to move it down the Y, I think. Move it down the Y. I totally think that's right. So we're going to do something very similar to spawn houses. I like copying code because a lot of this is, I'm not that good at it. But I'm still going to set the parent to be that. Now I need to, for the houses, it generates a random house. Not ignore that nonsense. We have the prefab. We've already, oops, there we go. We've already generated it and created it. So we set the transform. So obj.transform.parent equals this game object.transform. We'll do that. Oh, and instantiate game object. I don't know if this is needed, but I'm going with it because I'm trying to remember why I did it. I had a reason for doing all this when I did it all to keep it in the right world space. All right, perfect, do that. And then instead of this, we will, so we instantiate it. We get the component out, we set its rule. We're going to set its transform. And now we can do this thing. Except didn't I just, oh. Is that one called? EOS. All right, so now we'll do this. That does that. Instead of house width, and instead of the X, we're going to do Y. We're going to say const. These should be a float, is it? Oh, it's all lowercase in Unity. That drives me crazy. Const float Y. Or sorry, rule height equals. I have no idea what this should be. We're just gonna go with 30, see what happens. All right, dun 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 dun, that's done. So now our house is gonna spawn, not our house, our rule is gonna spawn. It's going to add it and move it down. Now, what we do is whenever we set up the puzzle, we're gonna kill all the existing current pieces. We don't need anything in all of this stuff. This simplifies a lot. We have our game objects, we have our current puzzle prefab. I deleted a semicolon. All right, ooh, don't want to undo. Okay, we're in a good spot. Let's jump back over here. Let's say we have our rule tablet. Let it recompile everything. This has this. Our prefab is now going to be prefabs, VR. This should work. This should totally work. Okay, so let's make this into, can we make this into a prefab? Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway. Rule tablet. All right. Now you guys can all die. We don't need you anymore in this scene. Let's go back to our VR scene now. And VR neighborhood. Yes, R2, and you'll notice I have way more people watching this time. Lana Lux was amazing and raided me and brought lots of people over. So at one point there was like 100 and something people in here. I was like, holy cow, this has never happened. All right, so now let's grab our tablet and bring it in. R2 is one of my regulars during my weekly stream. I just build Gmusic, which, where's the Gmusic command? Oh, wrong keyboard. Okay. Woohoo, Gmusic. All right, go back to where we're at. I build a music app every week. And we had it playing music today. Today was music day. It actually played music. It was so exciting. All right, so we're gonna add this to the playground. Oh, we didn't readjust the size. It's all right, we'll forget about that for now. Maybe we don't need to. All right, oh, and you need to go to the play. No, you don't need to be on the play area. Where is this thing? Oh, it's way up high. Come down. Come over. Let's just see what happens. I don't know what that's gonna do. Oh, and we need to make the rule tablet basic grabbable, and we need to make sure it can't be thrown. Override trigger. Is there a way to tell it don't throw me? I have no idea. All right, let's just run it. Back into VR. Why is it paused? All right. Okay, we have our house. Whoa, that's not right at all. All right, let me. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? Holy cow, what did it do? Okay, those prefabs are way too big, guys, and I don't see any of my people. Oh, I see people. Okay, got a person there, but those things are way. Ow, I'm caught. I'm totally caught. Bring the cord forward. All right, that is crazy. We got close. So close.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Okay. So, this is a Vive Pro. It's got the wireless thing, but I have it plugged into a USB charger, so I don't have to deal with battery packs. Yeah, it's really cool, really nice. I can tell you all my opinion about all the different VR devices, but I like this one. Where are we at? Prefabs. Let's go to our rule tablet. Let's go into the code. 30 is like way too high. We need this at like 5 or 10 or 5. Okay, that's one problem. Second problem is, oh, I know exactly what the problem is. Let me show you. Inside the rule pane, if we look at this canvas has an automatic layout. I didn't get that. Let's copy this component. Let's put that into our new one. Canvas. Paste as new component. That'll resize everything. Now, as long as I did my heights right, it should look good. And we'll need to adjust that box. Okay, why is this? What'd I do? Oh, I have some errors. Okay, don't pause on errors. That's my bad. All right. So let's reset our view spot. It's backwards, so we need to turn it around. Check that out, guys. We have the rules. The rules work. I need to do some adjustment. There's some overlap there. That is awesome. I need to completely turn around. Let's just ditch the cube. We don't need the cube. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. A lot. All right. That's so exciting. All right, let's ditch the cube. So VR tablet, cube, you're dead. No, don't want to do that. The root is a cube? Why'd I do that? All right, mesh filter, go away, and box collider, go away. You think you're a cube, but you're not a cube. So how much code was involved? You saw it. You watched me do it. Yes, you watched me do it. So actually, up next to nothing at all. All right, so rotate it around the y-axis 180. To make it to where that was grabbable, all I did was I'm using a library, so all I did was add that basic grabbable. Now it's something I can grab. Since I'm using the HTTP Vive input utility, it gives me lots of nice things like that. And I had the world. Whoa, my hand just drifted. I put it under my desk. Let's bring this back around. Oh, that's not turned around the right way. I thought I did. There. Oh, I need to adjust those heights. You guys see them flicker because they're overlapping? Alright. I wonder if I can get the exact height of those. Like I said, one of my favorite things about Unity is that I can actually come in here and see what's going on. Go inside the playground, I can go to the rule tablet, and oh, that's not going to tell me that's world space thing. It just tells you its scale. Lame. Super lame. Alright, so let's jump back over here. Let's fix this. Instead of 5, let's do 6. Now, I wonder why that didn't turn it around right for me. So let's go to Unity. And since turning... I don't want to update right now, guy. Come on. Killing me, Smalls. Maybe updating around... Let's just do this really quick. Alright. So let's grab it. Let's twist it. What did that change? No, that was right. I was right. The right one minus 180. So now 180. It's still right. I just love that being able to edit these guys. This is like the best in real time. So cool. All right. So let's just rotate it in here. 180. I thought doing it in the prefab would have fixed it. But, oh well. Oh, yeah, no, I don't know. I have no idea. So let's actually create empty object. I wonder if I can set this empty object as the root. No, I can't. Why did I make that a cube? Oh well. Alright, so let's run that, see if it starts the right way this time. It did. That is perfect. Oh wait, where did our images go? We had images before, right? Let's go look at it inside the inspector. I sworn I had images there before. Yeah, they're there. What'd I do? Uh-oh, pieces ran away. I thought we fixed that. They're inside of each other, so I get that they're fighting and running away. Alright, let's undo. Oop, wrong button. Maybe is that turning at 180? Okay. When I turn it that way, it's fine. I wonder if it's their cubes that they're on. Let's disable... What's the spacing? That spacing's still wrong. Oh no, they're not flickering anymore, are they? The spacing's actually 6 is about right. Really good. I can do that. 6 is perfect. Alright, let's see if we change that 180 again though. That is bizarre. Why does changing that 180 kill my things? Are they now... Apple. That's amazing. Minus 180 shouldn't make a difference. Nope, it didn't. Alright, I'm gonna kill the cube so we can see what's going on. So let's go into the rule pane VR. Let's... the background. Don't render. Let's run. Okay, they're there. You know, I wonder... Huh. I like having the background, it's nice. What if there's something nicer to do? Okay, this is... No, that's the right way. Is it the right way? Wait, which one's the right way? Which house does he live in? Does he live in the first house? Or does he live in the last house? Well, let's go check the rules. Okay, let's debug the rules. So we'll just put it inside this one. Let's go check the rules, because now I'm confused. All right, in the rules. In the rules, ordered, specified house, index 2. So it's the last one. Okay, so if it's the last one, that's the right way. This is right. And do we have it spun 180 right now? So we're going to need that background piece, because if we don't, that's going to be really confusing. Okay. So if that's right, why does having this background run that again with the background? But then, why do I only see it backwards? So bizarre. I'm not doing anything with it. Wow. This is very bizarre. He's exactly backwards. Okay. Because that is the wrong side. I need it to be... Alright, well I'm really confused. So let's... Maybe I have my sprites going completely backwards. What's it do in 2D? Oh, I'm looking at this the wrong way. I'm an idiot. I was designing it completely backwards. So that means these are the wrong ones too. Okay. I was looking in the wrong space, so I was doing it completely backwards. Okay, that looks better. Let's actually just move that nice and tight. All right, now let's go look at puzzle piece first. And second, now it's going to be right. All right. Except we don't have the dang things. They're gone. They're gone. That's right, though, because he should be on the left. Oops, didn't want to do that. Undo. Oh. Do that really quick so we can see through it. Well, okay, so I must have just had that too close to that panel. The panel didn't like being inside of it. Okay, that we can deal with. All right, so let's just move this closer, but not too close. Be like a holographic display hovering over the top. Still not happy. It's hovering. All right, well, let's go to canvas and just move it forward a little bit. I am baffled. Baffled, I tell you. Oh, a guy just flew away. Are you kidding me? But if I move background far enough away, it works. I don't want it that holographic. We might be doing that for now because I don't know what else to say. Does anyone have any ideas, or has anyone seen something crazy like this? Oops, I almost knocked my water bottle over. That is why I have a closing water bottle, because I have done that with a cup of water too many times. Just dump the whole thing over. Alright. Well, we've got rules. I'm not totally happy with them, but it's good enough. Whoa. Whatever I did, I just launched a giraffe. And why does the penguin fly when we rotate? Where'd he go? Wow. I need to figure out what's going on with the animals. Our animals are so broken. So broken. Alright, well, let's do that. We've got that working. Our weird holographic stuff. Maybe I can design something nice with like a box so that way that's set inside of it and that's in the front. Then it'll actually look right as a hologram. That's just weird. Alright, so let's save that. Added PR rule pane. So yay, we have rules and they work. Alright, so the rules are the right direction. We know that because Elvis is in the right house. Okay, so now what I have, and I want to verify this works, is let's go to a house. There's a house enter script. I think this works. Yeah, I have the triggers there for the houses, right? We know when a person enters a house, it's collision area, so we know whether it's inside the area or not. And so we can actually tell if the puzzle is completed correctly. I don't have anything to run that yet. On trigger enter. Really, a piece? No, piece did not enter the house. Or did. Nope, it's not a piece. Okay. Put that breakpoint back. Alright, let's... Ooh, what'd I press? Really? Is it? It's my hands. My hands are entering. Okay, so in order to actually debug this... Not a piece, don't tell me about it. I don't care. Alright, try that again. Yeah, now it's not freaking out. Alright, we're gonna recenter our world space. Okay, I was gonna try and recenter my world space. But it's not an object of reference. Okay, something's freaking out. My VR is definitely working because I could see it. Seems happy. But Unity is freaking out about I can't activate the module. Which is weird because it is working. 99 plus errors. 9 plus errors. Alright, run it again. See if it's happy this time. Happy. I have no idea what that glitch was. Alright, let's reset the world space. Oh, that's our pausing, teleporting. We don't need that anymore. I mean, we don't need breakpoints there anymore. Alright. Ooh, that is big and in my face. Alright, so we know we solved this problem. I'm going to rotate and move out a little bit. Come on. Oh, a piece entered the house? How did a piece enter the house? The piece is the penguin. Penguin entered the house. It must have flown somewhere. Yeah, the penguin's not in the house. Alright, so we're going to put... Hey, don't fly away, giraffe. You're not supposed to do that. Let's throw him into that house, because that's his house. Let's put... She's in the middle with the penguin. Oh, I can't throw that far. She's in the middle with the penguin. Penguin, don't fly away. And penguin flew away. Maybe we're going to fix the teleporting and teleport them back when they fly away, because that's really important. And then Does this collide? If I throw him at that, he's gonna stop. Okay. You live in that house. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to do the last one yet. I wanted to have a breakpoint there. Okay, let's fix the flying away. That just has to happen. Alright, because that is driving me nuts. Let's go over to, we have inside of our play area, we have a rules play area. Why is that at negative 50? That's in the wrong place. Alright, and your scale needs to be bigger. Like way, way bigger. Alright, so your box collider, and you are set as a trigger. That's all we care about. And we need your Y to be like 10. Because I want people to be able to play with them and throw them up in the air. Maybe 10's too high. But if you leave the rest of it and you're not in a hand, poof, you need to go away. Or teleport back. Maybe we make this bigger. Let's make this at like 3. And, oops, whoa, wrong one. 3. Alright. Okay. That works good, that works good. Let's create a new script. I'd like to do a fancy like teleport with animations and like fade in and out or something cool, but I don't know how to. So I'll learn how to do that at some point. But for now, we'll just do a basic teleport back. Teleport home. Alright, so we're gonna throw. You have to go onto here, right? In order to get the, like I was doing on my house scripts, in order to get these on trigger stuff. Alright, now instead of enter house, we're not doing that. Because that's a load of crap. Whoa, why is my insert key on? Has insert key on. No, I don't wanna. Alright, do that. Do this. Alright, so if it enters, or if it exits is all we care about. Let's be honest, we don't care about entering. So if you leave the house, if we leave, we're going to tell the piece. I'm trying to think the way to do this, because we have to tell the piece that it needs to be able to teleport home. Now we need to tell it when to teleport home. If it's in a hand, we're not going to teleport home. That'd be weird if you grab it and move it out and then it just disappears. Maybe we'll start with that, and then we'll add the edge case to where if it's being held, it doesn't, unless you let go and it's out of bounds, then it will teleport home. So let's go to the definition. Let's add a new one. Void teleport home. I mean teleport. Well, I want to have one that tells it to teleport to a home. So let's just say we have Elvis in the far right house, and then we throw the man, or the man's in the middle house, right? We pick him up from the middle house and drop him into Elvis's house. I want him and Elvis to just switch. We will have a teleport home. Teleport start. But I also want a teleport to start. Okay. Now what we'll need to do is, I don't have all these. Delete those. You're gone. Alright. So we have that. We're not going to run that yet. We're going to have a public void on exit. Maybe we will need that because we're going to need to know if it's in the area and you let go, don't care. Alright, we're going to need the other one back. Now we'll do public void on enter play area. That's true. If you pick them up and you pull them out and then bring them back in, that needs to do something very different. Is in play area equals true. Equals equals false. And then we'll deal with the teleporting later. We also going to need to set a location. Public vector 3. All right, so we'll do a couple things here. So this dot game object dot transform. Is it parent transform? Oh no, it's local space. I know it is. Transform form dot local position equals start position. That's what I want. And what we'll do for now, we'll just say if you exit, we'll just tell it to teleport for now. All right, perfect. We'll do that. Now inside of our puzzle generator, once it generates each of the puzzle pieces, we're going to then tell it to set its start. Game piece is shoveled, didn't run. X, Y, let's separate these guys by like more because their X and Y are just too close. They're on top of each other. Oh, I do a random inside of there. Right, I forgot I did that. So that should be to get the X to vary them. So they don't know why they're on top of each other. We need to go higher. All right, so now what we'll do is piece dot start location equals location. So now we know where to send them back to. Now let's go back to, okay, now that we have that, we can go to our teleport home script. Piece dot on exit play area. Now hit private, so not needed. Void on trigger enter. Why does it add the var at private? Please stop doing that to me. And I'm eventually going to remove that null check because that's ugly. All right, let's run this. I'm not even going to debug it because it's going to work. It's just going to work.
60% of the time, it works every time.
It always works every time when I press go. Oh, spilled water all over me. All right. Teleport. Woo! People are jumping. All right, can I grab her? What happens when I move her out of the play area? Did she leave the play area? Her collisions are disabled. When I'm holding her, her collisions are disabled. So let's throw her that way. She's in the wrong spot, but she teleported. Okay, I'm gonna spin. How does it look as I do this in VR? Can you guys see good stuff? Where's he gonna go? What's he doing? What was that? Oh, he still had velocity. Right, I need to tell him he has no velocity. Okay, why did the penguin trigger that? Penguin flew forever. We know our pets are broken, but that's really broken. Alright. So we need to kill all velocity. And you teleport home. You have no velocity. This dot game dot I don't know how I null out. How do I kill velocity? There's an acceleration or something. I saw acceleration stuff inside of our grip stuff is how they apply it. Unity, disable, game object, velocity. Oh, I gotta go to the rigid body to do that. Alright, so let's go to our rigid body game extensions. Rigid body, Now, since I have this in multiple places, I think I'm going to also do public static void, or no, static rigid body. This game object. No, that's, yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. That way no, I don't need to do that. Why am I writing ugly code? Why has nobody told me not to write ugly code? We have fancy stuff. Fancy stuff, guys. Fancy syntax. Yeah, don't write ugly code. We all know that. Alright, rigid body dot force clear reset. I don't know what that is. What C# can we use in Unity? Oh, you can use like .NET Standard now. So we're up to date. So exciting. Yes, it's amazing. Their Nougat support is totally borked, but yeah. I don't know if it has a HDPI support or whatever. Remove all velocity. What's the best way? Rigid body dot velocity. Okay, it's just saying do that. Velocity equals 0. Alright, I like it. Now we have game. Now we can just say, game object, teleport to. So much easier having these extension methods. Makes it clean because I'm going to need this stuff elsewhere. Alright, so now let's run that again. And let's see if these guys behave. Reset my play area. Move. Oh, I'm going to move some more. Reset play area. Why is the cat? The cat's not moving right. Do you guys see that? Where'd the cat go? We lost the cat. The cat's not in the right play space. The cat's cheating. Oh, there's the cat. Alright. Oh, Elvis is back. He left. Ooh, how big is this play area? Oh, I bet my play area is too big. Wow, let's do something so I can see. Let's see how big that rigid body is. Okay. So play area, exit play area, in the scene. Wow, that thing is huge. Okay, so let's set this at like 2 or 1.5 or just 1. 1. And how tall is it? Okay, it is not very tall at all. So let's put this at like 40 or 60. I'm wondering if, since their collisions are disabled when I'm holding them, that's going to be tricky. I'm going to have to do something to when I let go of them to check if they're inside of there or not. Yeah, the cats do their own thing. Cat's funny. He's cool. They'll actually like circle and lay down. Like, I really like the behavior stuff they have in this animal pack. But I'm going to have to fix it because it's broken for what I need it to do. And like our penguin's flying. He does that. His gravity was working. Now it's not. So I'll have to fix all that. But I'm glad to have the animations. Because that's what I didn't want to do. Yes, hi giraffe. Alright, so let's go fix those. So we want our play area. What'd I say, like 20, we'll do 20 for now. We'll do 1. Let's see what happens. Into the void. Okay, let's grab somebody. And let's dang it. water. Do it all the time. It's so awkward. Okay, throw 3 of them. Whoa, that's not right. Okay, oh, he disappeared that way. Okay, I need to make that bigger. That's just too weird. See, but then he's not inside the bound, so he flew. He was already being held. Okay, yeah, that's too low. Not unnatural. Okay. I like how they're stacking now, though. Okay, so play area 60. Let's give them some height. Height, I don't care about. And it's also adding bottom, top and bottom. Yeah, I bought an animal pack, and they just do animal things. I can. Which asset pack was that? Unity, simple animals. Yeah, this pack was amazing. It's this one. No, this low poly. Nope, that's not it. Not simple polys. This one, the low poly animated assets. This thing is awesome. And it was cheap too. I want to say it was like 20 bucks or something like that. Yeah, 30 bucks. So, yeah, this animal pack's amazing. It's got so many animals and they just do animal things. Now, the code doesn't do what I want it to because I'm not just making roaming animals, but still really cool. Alright, you go out of the way. I need to make this come closer to me. Okay, so, ooh, hey, he came back though. So how high can you go? Okay, I don't know if that's still high enough yet. Due to X and Y, or due to the Y spreading, it gives it room below, so we can drop about the same. Well, maybe not, because he was already out of bounds. That's better. At least the animals come back. I like it. I think I'm going to give it more... They're bouncy. I have so much fun just playing with things. I almost want to just build a dollhouse now. A VR dollhouse. Why won't you fall? Oh, we almost fixed you. Then you ran away. Alright, that's cool. We're getting somewhere. At least the pieces somewhat come back. Alright, so let's say this playground right now is... What's our reset thing? We have a thing in there for the... Teleport... Not teleport home. World... Move script. Change this distance to like 50. Oops, wrong button. See what that does. Unity's been pretty fun to learn. I've enjoyed learning both Unity and Unreal, and I like them both for different reasons. Whoa, don't bounce, penguin. What is he doing? And where are my people? Oh, wow. The people are way over here. I can't reach them. Alright, so if I grab one of you... No, I just want one of you. There we go. I do like the throw... Oh, did not throw right. I like how they self-correct. Okay. Very difficult to do VR sitting. Oh, I can't. When did he come back? Where did he exit? So I want to make that bigger. That's just not natural. I should have a little bit of leeway. And stop. And stop. Hey, he's behaving now. Look, he's being good. He's acting like a penguin. Oh, no, now he's flying again. I've got to stop his velocity with this guy's head. Right, what I was trying to do, I was trying to check. You sit here. Let's put a breakpoint. Let's connect. Set a breakpoint and see what happens when we attach a house. So on house enter, we're going to tell the person that they enter the house. The houses should keep track of that. I'm trying to remember what the puzzle's going to do. I don't think the puzzle's going to check itself yet. Let's add a button. Let's add something that when we touch it or grab it, it'll check our puzzle state. Yeah, my penguins can fly. Mine does crazy stuff. But I want to... Alright, let's do a I just do it right here. Let's just add a weird cube on the playground. Yeah, and I should, instead of making that so big, let's do this at like 40, and let's move you way up. Because let's be honest, they don't have to fall very far. Let's do 1.2, 1.2. That I scale, and so when I scale it, it scales. I scale its width. It's X I scale, and so when I scale its X, if it's too big, it freaks out. So that's, oh no, I scale its X and its Y. So that's why they were ungodly wide before. Whereas the height, I don't touch the height. I don't care about the height. So let's go with that. Let's go over here and let's add a button. Let's add a cube. 3D object, cube. Now we're gonna make this thing where are you gonna live? Let's make you go up. Over. Actually, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do something in VR. This is, oh, I need to make it part of the, hold on, let me fix something first. So we're gonna make it part of playground, just like our tablet is. Now, like I said, I love this about Unity. I can just put it into VR mode, go to the scene, let's find this cube. This cube is in way the wrong place. We're going to just move it where we want it to be. You're gonna be like right there. Press the F key, we'll recenter. Okay, we got a cube. I like it. Now, what I'll do is I'll go over here and I'll copy this transform. So I can just go transform, copy component, stop playing, go to the cube, paste component values, and now my cube's where it needs to be. So awesome. My cube's right where I wanted it. So now if I reset this, oh, it's too far away. Okay, I need to move it over. Let's find our cube, F, and we're gonna move you over because I want you nice and easy to press. Alright, so copy, top, paste, and there we go. Cube's in the right place. Let's add a collider. It's got a collider. Let's make it a trigger. Let's add a C#. No, that didn't do what I wanted to do. Create a new script. This one's going to be our box buttons script button. Yeah, we'll just do that. We're gonna make this box a button. No, that's not what I wanted to do either. You stop harassing me. You go to this cube. Cube now has this as collider. It is a trigger. Okay, now we can do override on sorry, void collision enter, and I can't remember what this thing's called, so we're just gonna do whenever something collides with it, we're just gonna run our puzzle rules. So puzzle generator, no, not puzzle generator. So puzzle manager. I love managers. If you've dealt with my code, you know I have lots of managers. You've watched my G Music stuff. I thought it was called a puzzle manager. Gameplay manager. Gameplay manager, come to life. Oh, casing. There we go. Gameplay manager. Dot shared. Dot current puzzle. Dot. How do I check if it's right? Have something on the puzzle. Something about validating rules. No, that's the same. Is it the same? Points, not that. Okay, gameplay manager. Maybe it's just in gameplay manager. Puzzle completed. That's where it does that. No, how do I validate the puzzle? There's a thing to tell it if it's right. Maybe it's not on the puzzle. Maybe it's on the game. Right, is valid. All pieces placed. There we go. This is what tells you if it's right. That's right, because rules have an is valid. That's right. All right, so here's where we'll do it. Now, it's not going to be right, but it'll get us somewhere. So we need to go to game, not gameplay. Current puzzle. So dot game dot is valid. No, not is valid. It is valid. Not is failed. All right. So print. You go away, Steam stuff. You're in my way. All right. Isn't it print on this? Yeah, it's print. Okay. Not crazy. All right. Now, what we can do is if we put a breakpoint in there, we can check which rules are right. So actually, let's do something slightly different. Go back to that. Let's copy this. Game puzzle placements. Okay. Because I want to know which rules are good and which ones are wrong. Because we're not doing the animals. The animals are wonky. We have to fix them. Until we fix the animals, they're not right. Let's go back to our button script. Instead of that, we already know what's wrong. So var correct rules equals gameplay game manager dot share dot puzzle game dot puzzle dot rules dot. We'll use some link. X dot is valid. Pass in really ugly. Let's clean this up. Game dot piece placement. All right, so now this will tell us all the correct rules. Actually, let's do to list. Now what we can do is correct rules dot for each print oh, let's do print. Perfect. Now all the correct rules, and we'll do a question mark just in case. Now whenever we on collide, we put a breakpoint here, we should now see what rules are correct. All right, that's recenter. Uh-oh, something's not recentering. No reference. My 5's off again. Why does it do that sometimes? Stop and start. Wow, it's 11 o'clock. I should go to bed soon. Okay, it's happy now. So weird. Let's attach. Alright. Recenter. Move you away. Now if I push that button. Oh, my hands don't collide? No, my hands count as collisions. I did add that, right? So cube? I didn't. Come on! You guys are supposed to help me not do that. That's why I live stream, so you guys can tell me when I'm doing something stupid and don't do it. Alright, let's reset. Move you over. Let's tap the button. You don't count? No? Does Elvis count? Nope. I don't have a rigid. No, I have it as a trigger, so I shouldn't need a rigid body. Oh no, I have the box button on there twice. I'm not missing anything because my play area has a box collider, is a trigger, nothing else. Q, box collider, is a trigger. Hmm. Hmm. My houses also have that too. Go to my house prefabs. Go to my plot. My plot has the house. House area is just a box collider with the house enter script. Same exact thing. The trigger, it doesn't need a rigid body. House enter, same thing. Build, rebuild. Rebuild successful. Run it again. Run it again. Not freaking out this time. Reset. Oh. Well, I think I have a better idea anyway. Over inside, if I remember right, inside of here, there's a button somewhere. Save this. I think. Nope, that one. Is this one out? No, that's a bowling ball. You throw the ball. This has buttons. Let's go steal their buttons. Press me button. And a gravity switch? Look, they got a dice. Okay, we're gonna grab this guy. And grab you. Copy. Let's go to our game. And then I gotta go to bed. I'm getting tired. I just want to make sure this works. VR origin. Let's go find our playground, find our cube. At least I know where to place this guy too. Okay, I am horrible at doing these in 3D space. You move to there, you move to there. Dang, it's still wrong. Okay, now come way up high. Now that they're close together, it's easy to do. That is a tiny button. Scale you to like 2, 2, 2. That's a button. Okay, so cube, you get to die. Reset button. What is your trigger? How do we trigger you? Body. Capsule, no. Cylinder. That hooked up. Reset button script. Here we go. Wow, that's a... Right, so we're gonna copy this. And let's do a run test script. Add new... Oh, it's running. Running, you can't edit. Us. Okay. Alright, so now what's it do? Okay, on collider enter, press up. This is the one we want. It loops through all of the targets, which we don't need. This needs lots of things that I don't have. Get components and children. Okay, we're getting somewhere, we're getting somewhere. Alright, so start, on validate, on press up. If pressing events contains this, right? Go through affect targets. Where's this? Find references. So it creates a new one and it grabs everything. Okay. That are missing semicolon. I think in here, I don't know when this is going to fire. Let's figure out what this thing does. Maybe that's just going to reset all of the things. I don't know. We'll see what it does. But here we'll just say, right here is where we'll do our puzzle thing. And there we go. Let's put some breakpoints here. Now let's go into Unity. Let's swap this thing out because we don't want the reset button. Oops, what'd I do? Reset button. Remove button. Let's go grab our script. What I call that thing? I'm getting too tired to even remember what I called things. Those not show up since I created it in the other place? I felt like the check puzzle button, didn't I? Validate puzzle. There it is. I'm too tired to think. I'm so sorry, guys. Let's do this. Let's see if this works. And then I will go to bed. I'm tired. Alright. Oh, it's changing colors. Ooh, I clicked and it did something. Alright. So correct rules are 0. That's exactly what we'd expect to see. Alright, so now, from this, we know Elvis lives in the, wow, he lives in the big house over there. And she, I can't reach her. She lives in the middle. Don't go too far. And both of them actually live over there, except he flew the wrong. Alright, so now if we button, breakpoints again. Oh, why are these wrong? Oh, game's not displaying. Sorry. But something's not happening anywhere. So my game, why can't I debug these? Sorry, I forgot to display the game. I was threw everyone into the right house, pushed the buttons. The immediate window gonna work? So game dot piece placement. Was game not in the scope? Okay, piece placement's not being used yet. I'm failing on piece placement. Alright, so the houses need to, when we enter a house, we tell the piece that it enters the house, okay? This isn't happening right. I'm wondering the right way of doing this. Make this easy. Let's just do... This is wrong. I'm gonna fix this. I don't like doing this, but this will at least get us going. Nope, nope, it's gameplay manager. Control dot shared dot dot game dot. Oh, I need to know what house ID it is. The house knows what ID it is. Okay, string in is key, and that is going to be just the piece. I'm really lame like that and allow that to work. Piece equals house dot index. I don't know if I like that there. Anyway, let's go to house. No, it's what this look. No, no, this is it. Different pieces. Oh no, this is just what the house has. This is the pieces that the house has. Right, right, all right. So add this. We're just gonna go this. Not perfect, but I'm gonna. Does this have the game? We need to fix all this anyway. All right, so the game is going to get the index. All right. Can I just? We'll just do that. All right, so now the pieces are actually getting placed appropriately. So now if we run this again, I don't know if that'll hot reload. I don't think it will. Let's attach this. Let's go to our validate button, make sure we have game pieces there. Let's go back to our game so you guys can see what's going on. Let's reset the game. Then we'll throw our pieces in place and then we'll be done. All right, so you live there with the cat, not the penguin. Oh, and the game rules go away. So you go there. They've all got big houses today. Oh, I can't reach. Oh, I lost a giraffe, but he came back. I'm so glad I fixed that. No, she got caught by the road. I don't think that counts. All right. Let's see, let's see. Place, something's wrong. Something's way wrong. Let's go into the game. I have to go look at the iOS app and see how it worked. I thought I just did stuff into the piece placement. That looks fine. Game. How is there nothing in there? We are going to do... I'm gonna check and see what if that's actually being called. I'll just go home. That's not firing. Something's broken. Something's broken. So piece. Where's the same piece object? Is the house enter script caused this? And that's getting called. Oh, on enter house. Okay, I see the problem. So I do something if they're being held, I then don't leave them there. So if you're like holding them over the place, they don't count until you let go of them. And I didn't have it done right. So now, stop and start debugging. Go Unity, go Unity, go. Alright, bug is fixed, I think. But Unity is locked up. Let's stop debugging. Start play. I'm attached to Unity. Alright. Oh, Elvis. Yeah, there's too many of you. Oh, and they all flew away. That worked. These two hands. He goes there. It happened. It happened. Go next. You go there. And Elvis, you go there. Oh, I almost got small houses. Darn it. We got farther. So which breakpoint hit? Piece dot. Okay, let's do this. So we had that fire. Let's just make sure we're doing this right. So, right, add pieces to a house gets fired. Let's see when this fires. This is the one that fired. We watched it fire. Alright, let's go back to our game. Stop it and start it. Not liking starting with the debug. Oh, it's going this time though. Alright, let's walk through this. So piece is not null. Let's go to definition. It's not grabbed. So house.addPiece. Go to definition. Alright, so something in here might be blowing up. Let's step over. Old piece is null. Reset piece might be blowing up. Okay, there's no old piece. Nothing to worry about there. Oh, wait, remove. Why is it getting removed now? Okay, if old piece is null, or the piece is null, or the piece equals the old piece. Oh, that's wrong. Okay. Let's just see if after we remove it, it adds it though. Okay, so it's now getting added. We should be fine. Right? It should now be in that index. There's no way that it should be empty. Now if I check that, my game has a piece placement. Fireman, which Elvis is the fireman. No, I don't know, just how it is. All right. And his value is 0. Am I not indexing my houses? Hustle generator. Let's for each house. Destroy for each house spawn. My indexes are opposite. Are they? Or I don't set it. I don't even set the index. Magic. Now we gotta get this fixed because I can't go to bed with it broken and I'm tired. I'm so tired. Right, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Debug. Reset. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Something locked up. Unity just locked. Let me disable the debugger. Let me reconnect the debugger. Okay. As soon as I connect the debugger, Unity locks up. Alright, so we're gonna try it without debugger. I rules, you can come sit here real. Alright. Elvis. Go apart. Elvis goes there. That's kind of good for me. Go there. Alright. So now I'm just going to try attaching the debugger again. And no, it's not gonna do it. Actually, maybe it is. Call stack. Alright, we're just gonna stop and let's go look at the output. Do I have any correct rule? I don't care about the audio listener. I got a correct rule, guys. Fireman's in that index. I should get more than one though. I thought he was in the right house. Yeah. For some reason, the little man, the little boy, didn't count. We're getting somewhere. That's really good. Rules are checking. People are checking. Which one is who? That one. This one. He has all the right stuff. He's a piece. He has a collision capsule. He has a rigid body. Oh, no, it's this one. Alright, that's something to debug another day. I've got it working. We're now working. This is awesome. Thanks for joining, guys. I am getting tired. I'm going to commit this stuff to GitHub so it works. Lots of fixes. Pieces now get added properly placed. And I don't know, that's enough. I can't even think. But thanks everyone, it was fun. I'll probably do some more VR stuff in the future just because it's fun to build stuff in VR. And if you guys enjoy it, I'll definitely do more. But thanks everyone for following along, and I'll see you guys later. I'm probably gonna do some impromptu streams next week while I'm in Seattle. I definitely want to do one with Sweeky where we set up for G Music. We're gonna set up like all the Azure DevOps stuff and some really fun stuff. So I'll do some fun impromptu streams next week. I'll try and tweet ahead of time. But thanks, guys. Glad you liked it, Source Scoot. All right, see ya.